8:59. Want to bring this closer? Or no?
What are we going to do?
Whatever I want to do, huh?
I don't understand what happened.
Can you?
Okay.
All right. All right.
You know it's live.
We haven't started yet, though.
No, we haven't started yet. The connection is weak on both of them.
Oh, my internet's not on.
Good morning.
That's going to be
Bill
changed
Brown.
tomorrow.
Woohoo! Tomorrow we get internet. Better internet, y'all.
Do we want to switch one of the hotspots?
Yeah,
over?
I will once you bring it up.
It's on now. Which one?
This one. Bill, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, cool.
All right, we're back over there, and this one should improve because there's less on it.
All right.
You're at the
Cue the
Dallas airport.
Just come back from LA. Go cue the music.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning. You reached 895themix.com, the people's voice, the people's choice. 895themix.com, the place you go for your personal conversations, for your business information, and for your spiritual inspiration. 895themix.com, available online, on the TuneIn app, on YouTube, and right here on Facebook Live. Good morning.
Facebook Live. Good
Your face
morning.
looks nice.
Thank you.
I think your look looks nice today.
Thank you. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
And I'm Brian Keith McNeil, and this is About Last Night. And we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about goals.
Goals, like the Rhino goals.
Yes. We're going to talk about goals, how to set, how to get. There's so much information about goals. Why Rhinos Make Great Salespeople. Mr. Randall the Rhino. Thank you for the plug, baby.
That's right.
That's
he's
my
got
book.
goal, but he's got a good goals section, and you can go. Oh, here it is. I turned right to it. Wah, wah. I like that part.
Yes.
It tells the class about goals.
In the book, Why Rhinos Make Great Salespeople, I use the rhino's horns to illustrate goals. The rhinos that have a little horn in front and then a big horn behind it. And the little horn I use to represent your little goals that you must hit in order to accomplish your big goals.
That's right.
And the cool thing about that is, not only do you have the goals right in front of your face, but no matter what direction you look, you have to look past your goals to see that thing.
Yes.
You can't look at anything without seeing your goals as well.
Right.
And just think about how much more effective your life would be if you saw your goals all the time. If you saw your goals all the time.
Well, it is important to see your goals all the time, actually. It's funny that I don't know if it's funny, I don't know if it's contrived, I don't know what your plans were for this morning, but I believe strongly in writing your goals. Not just writing them in a plan, not just writing them in your goal setting session, but then
Good morning, Angela.
writing them
Good morning, Bill. Good morning,
in a
Karen.
place where you can see them, like you guys
Sure.
can see behind us. Some of you can see behind us. We have goals on this board. And actually, this board is about to change for 2017 because these 2016 goals have all been made manifest. So,
And let's talk about that. Okay. Now, last year, my wife and I, we spent some time and created the goals that we wanted to, 2016 goals that we wanted to accomplish. And we wrote it on this dry erase board behind us. And most of it is written off to your right,
Yeah,
okay,
you
your
can
left,
see
okay.
it.
Most of it's written over there, okay.
Yeah.
These are the big things that we wanted to accomplish over here,
Yeah.
okay. Now, the funny thing about that to me, sweetheart, is we've accomplished every single one of those goals. That's true, but these goals are written in our office. And even though we wrote them in our goals, I can't say I looked at it all the time. But I'm wondering if the power was really just in the exercise of writing it down and posting it. Even though we didn't look at it all the time, we still got it done.
I think part of it is I actually did look at them as often as I could, but I believe that if we are created in a likeness in the image of God, when God said it, that's when it was manifest. So we created it with the words, and by writing the words, like he says, write the vision, make it plain, that you will run in our fate. That kept those goals preeminent in the front of our minds, so that consistently, even when we're not working on them, they were available to be created in the universe.
Yeah, and we knew they were there. And I didn't look at it as much as you did, but I knew it was written on our wall. I knew what they were. And even though I knew it was there and I knew what we wrote, and I remember all the work that we put into to write it, I remember and it was some work, if you recall. We spent almost a whole morning at the kitchen table deciding what the goals would be, right?
Yeah.
And then we had to come from the kitchen table and put them up on this wall, and even then we talked it out. So it was significant brain power involved.
Yeah, and goal setting is a process, and it's a process that even when I'm working through with my clients, and right now working through with the Women Empowerment Network.
Bill Franklin, good morning.
Bill, how are you doing? Working together with the women, we're actually doing our goals, and a lot of people call them vision boarding. We're doing them in a 5-step process. So we did reflection and then projection, just very, very 2 separate sessions, and provided a whole 2 hours on each, digging in to reflection first, what you accomplished in the last year, what you didn't accomplish that you think that you should, how you did it, what you learned from that. Good morning, Nadine is in both places. And then identifying or providing yourself with an opportunity to celebrate those goals. One of the things that I've often found with not just myself but other people is that they go from goal to goal to goal without taking a moment to celebrate those goals, to give thanks for those goals. Yeah, we even with these books, I remember going from the shortcut. There was like a mini celebration, but straight to we got to get asking for the money done.
Yep.
You know, and
no pause, no time for reflection, nothing.
And I think that is akin to the child getting Christmas money from the grandparent, and it's like you get it, and now you're looking forward to your birthday. You didn't appreciate the Christmas money first, or the Christmas blessing, or whatever it is, before you move on to the next process.
Morning, Tim.
So reflection is a really big part of your goal setting process.
That is so true. We lived that. We did not celebrate. If what you just said is true, and I believe that it is, we didn't take any time to celebrate, baby.
Certainly didn't celebrate discovering your why.
We didn't.
I certainly did not.
Because
I have to say,
because discovering your why came out in May.
And I immediately went to working on the shortcut and the Grandfather's Love.
In June, and the Grandfather's Love, that also came out in May. And then the shortcut came out in June, and Ask for the Money came out in July. Boom, 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 boom. No time for celebration.
We didn't celebrate it. I didn't acknowledge, like I didn't bless my book with a book signing.
We didn't do a book signing at all
for either.
None of them.
And I think that those are things that I will definitely do different. And I encourage all of my authors. As a matter of fact, as a part of our book coaching process, we build in a project plan that includes both a soft launch and a private launch and a public launch of their books, because I think that it is that important to gain the momentum, to celebrate, to give thanks to God, but also to present your book to the world. It's like having a baby without a baby shower. I think every baby, whether it's your first or your fifth, deserves the opportunity to be presented to the universe. So goal setting has, for me, reflection and then projection. And what about you? Goal setting, how to set, how to get. That's our topic.
That's what we're talking about. How to set, how to get.
What I have to say.
I want to talk about how we do those things, but I also want to talk before we delve deep. And I really want Bill Franklin's contribution.
Bill Brown says maybe we should make a celebration goal. Absolutely, it's
what
a milestone.
What do you mean a celebration
now.
Goal? What does that mean? How do you see that?
How do I see that?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking forward to the celebration. That helps you to then begin to visualize the manifestation, because certainly you're not going to have a celebration for something that has not happened. So we know, and I think it's a lot easier for me as a publisher coach versus just an empowerment coach, because we do have milestones. We have times.
Good morning.
We have
Is that Jerisha?
Jerisha, yes.
Good morning.
So, making celebration a goal. Like, I plan to celebrate. Great morning. Amen. That's true. It's a great morning. Timothy Johnson. Good morning.
Pastor Tim Johnson. So I want to talk about, because there's so much information online about goal setting and how to do it. I mean, when you talk about, even in history, we touched on write the vision, make it plain. That's goals, okay? In the 50s, Earl Nightingale had the album, The Strangest Secret.
Thank you for sharing the video.
Yes, thank you.
All of your likes, like, hate, whatever you feel like putting on there, that's okay. All of that energy still counts. Facebook doesn't care whether you like us or whether you hate us. They just care that you're watching us. So we care that you like us, but Facebook doesn't. So contribute to those algorithms any way that you can.
But these things are so much in my head about goals. Like Earl Nightingale writing, the difference between rich people and poor people is the word goals. Rich people have them, poor people don't have them. Okay, period.
May I go get the mock-up for my manifestation toolkit?
Of course. Okay. Whatever you want. It's your show.
It's our show.
So anyway, she's got a really cool tool that she's about to share with you. But goals, and then I guess it was in the 90s, I discovered that you should write your goals, but you should write your goals as if they were in the present. And I would really love, like, instead of saying, I want to lose 50 pounds, you should write your goals expressing gratitude and as if they were already happening. So I learned that you're supposed to say, I'm really happy, or I'm enthused that I'm a trim 220 or whatever it is that you wanted to weigh at the time, and express the goals as if it's already happening now. I am proud of the fact that I sell this much every single calendar month, or as if it was already happening. Write your goals that way. And then I heard things that you should rewrite your goals every day, or rewrite your goals several times a day, or restate your goals several times, or carry your goals around in a goal card with you all the time.
Now,
much stuff.
I do carry my goals around on a goal card, GOAL card. It's not a gold card, but a goal card, and but on a little card. But I actually took a picture of my vision board and carry that around in my phone, and took a picture of my goal card and carry that around my phone, so that way, whenever I have an idle moment, you're standing in line in the supermarket, you're anywhere waiting, because we spend lots of our time waiting, then we are able to take that moment to reflect on what shall be, and putting that thing right in front of my face.
So, but with all of that, what I'm trying to say is, with all these different things, what's right, about goals and stuff, do I really need to write it 10 times a day, or write a sheet about it every single day, or put it on the bathroom mirror, or on the refrigerator door,
I think there are so many people that need to see it. I think just like we were talking yesterday with a client of yours, some people are visual, some people are kinesthetic, some people are auditory. You have to figure out what works for you. Everybody is a combination of all three. So I think that in some cases and in some ways, you need a bit of all three. I don't know why it does that over here, but I do believe whatever your strongest means of taking in information, what is it called? Your strongest?
Your dominant communication style.
Your dominant communication style is, whatever your dominant communication style is, that's the one that needs to be most prevalent in your space. For me, I need to see it. I need to see it, and I need to rehearse it in my ears and rehear it over again. So both. Last night, one of the ladies says that she recorded herself saying 30 affirmations about herself. And when she's had a rough day at work, or somebody is getting at her or whatever like that, she'll go in the restroom and she'll listen to all 30 of them. They're just a quick bit a piece.
In her voice. I think that's a fantastic idea. I think I'm going to do that today.
She plays it in her car. She does all those little things. We have to understand that there are a lot of scriptures that substantiate both. Write the vision, make it plain is one for the written word, but faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God is another that refers to auditory. So understanding you get to choose, and you get to do all of them if you need to. You just whatever works for you, but understand they all have to be pointed to the same direction.
And I love it too. So I want to go ahead and take a moment now to talk about this thing, okay? And why did you do it in the first place, and what is it for?
Okay. So this is a planner. It's a manifestation planner for 2017. At the end of every year, most people are looking to transition their calendar and how they manage information. So many of us have transitioned to the soft calendar, meaning that you have your Google Calendar in your phone, your iPhone calendar, whatever. You use a CRM database if you have one, and there's so many fancy things. And I use everything. I definitely use my calendar on my phone to keep track of things, and I use a CRM to keep up with contacts and email people. But one of the things that I found was, and my coach actually teaches about, becoming successful requires that you become very organized with people. And becoming organized with people was something that technology had not yet, or maybe my own personal knowledge of it, had not yet caught up to a consistent way to be very organized with people. It was easy to gather the email addresses. It was easy to send out emails to everybody. It was easy to create groups where I know this person is interested in that, this person is interested in that, and send that. But the individual person and maintaining relationships with the individual person, particularly someone that is either a strategic partner or someone that is a potential client, was getting lost sort of in the mix there. And not only that, goals were shifting. Goals that you had in the forefront of your mind in the beginning of the month.
Good morning, Emily.
For next quarter or for next month were getting lost in the fray. Even if you targeted them, you were missing milestones. So many calendars had one or the other. They had a daily to-do list, or they had a month at a glance, or they had a weekly look. But very few of them had all three of them. So what I did was I created, and it's still in progress, it'll be finished by the middle of this week, a manifestation calendar that includes all of the projects that you want to work on through the year, milestone dates, an annual calendar at a glance to look at, and then it includes your month at a glance, so that at the beginning of each month you can highlight and identify the things that you need to pay attention to. It also includes your winning status, so you know what your focus is. You know what winning for the month looks like. It has a page that tells you how to mark off your winning and losing days. It has a page that you get to decide at the beginning of the year what constitutes, and this is in progress, so some of it's still in writing, what constitutes a winning day for you, so that you've identified ahead of time all the things that make something a winning day. And then by tracking that, by the end of the week, you know where you are with your week. Did I have a winning week or did I have a losing week? Because you need to be able to modify that. And then it quarterly gives you an opportunity to highlight your whole 3 months and identify the big things that you need to work towards on that month, so that you don't lose track of where you are trying to go. Emily says, you guys are always bring a smile to my face and my heart. Good, I'm glad. I'm so glad, Emily. We love you.
Thank you, Emily, for that.
Thank you. And then your weeks. Setting up your calendar so that you know exactly what you're doing every day with everyone, and being able to do that. But my favorite part is actually right here. And this is usually at the back of a calendar, where they have a place where they call it the contacts or the address book. That's not what this is. You keep your contacts in your CRM. This is the people that you need to follow up with. On the back of every month, you have, this is the people that you need to follow up with. And guess what? After you have followed up with them, if there's an action that's not now, then you go to the month that you're going to remind yourself to follow up with them on, and you put them in that month. So when that month comes up, you don't forget to reach out to that person, because you've moved on in your networking or in your circle or in all of those things, so that you can do that. In addition to all of that, each month and each week will have strategic goal places where it's reminding you of what you already promised yourself you would accomplish.
Morning, Crystal.
And you will be able to see it consistently and regularly, along with positive affirmations, good quotes, and all of those things in your own hand, your own writing. Jerisha says, I love the manifestation calendar. Fantastic. It will be available. You'll be able to purchase it. We're investigating the price point right now, keeping it very, very reasonable. You'll be able to either download it or order it, a physical copy of it, and have it sent to you. It's up to you. But I really, really, really believe that being able to manifest your 2017, you gotta open it up. Being able to, and the cover is going to be cutier than that, because
She's
I got to
been
make
working
it
on this
cutier.
for more than
I'm going to
a month.
make it cutier.
She's been working on this for more than a month, and I'm going to use one.
Absolutely.
Once it's done, I'm going to have my own, and I'm going to work. You need a green.
You want a green back? Yeah. Money back? We're going to change it. We're going to make the back green, but and this inside page will have something. So, got a break in the video. Is this your book, and where can I purchase it? And are you going to do a class? Yes, yes, and yes. It is my book. You will be able to purchase it through my website and
a class
on how to utilize it. I would love to do that because I need you to understand how all of the working pieces go together.
I have to do one a month.
I have been in Office Depot, Office Max, Walmart, online, everywhere, researching calendars and planners.
She has. I'm their witness.
And none of them had everything that I need. Now, I had to do some thinning out, if you will, because you don't want to be carrying around 365 pages, but it's tangible. It'll be 30 pages bigger than this, so just 30 pages bigger, and then you will be able to track and see where you are. Who is that? Hey, baby.
Who's that?
Vika Cole says, hey, Mama Lisa.
You got like 30 kids. But
so, yeah, I have probably more than 30. Good morning, Corinne. Good morning, Crystal. Thank you so much.
Put website link. We don't have a website link for the book yet.
It's coming. It's coming. I got 30 more. I have 30 more little adaptations that I want to do. It'll be here before you're ready to write your first thing for 2017. I promise. I promise. I promise. It'll be in there probably by the middle of this week, if not sooner. But give me until the end of this week to get it.
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Today is the middle of the week. So not the middle of the week. Give me to the end of this week, and it'll be available for you.
All right. Goals. How to set. How to get. All right. Let's do that because we got 9 minutes. And back.
Yes.
So I know this paused over here. What I just said was you read a book from the beginning to the end, but I believe you build your business from the end back. So you decide what you want it to be first. So how do you set goals? What do you want your business or your life or your physical health or your spiritual life or whatever to look like? Start with that first. Start with the ideal first. And then once you set the table of what you want, then you have to go step by step. Okay, I want this right here to be happening in this area of my life. I think you should write that out clearly.
Yeah.
If everything was going the way you want it to go, what would it look like? Start from there, and then you build the legs underneath it, the step by step.
Yeah.
What does it take to get there?
So that's actually how I work with my book writing clients. We go, when do you want this baby to be born? We go there first. And what does his birthday or her birthday look like?
The baby she's talking about is the book.
Yeah, your baby is your book. So when are we going to have this book? And then we get realistic about it. So first we get fun. First, big and wherever that is. I want a Christmas birthday for my baby. Okay. Well, now once we lock these dates in, now we back up off those dates. What happens next? In order to get it born on this day, what has to happen? So we go. So how soon do I need the final proof done? When do I need that final copy? When is your book signing? When is it? And we back off until we get to the place. When do you have to have the last word written? When do you have to have the first word written? And then all of those things we go back and we plot in their phases and in their calendar so that they know when they get to that date where they should be, what they should be doing. That was essentially the original use for this particular manifestation calendar, so that when I sat down with my clients, we could do their project plan immediately. But the people that I've showed it to are like, I could use that in my life, period. So I'm excited.
So a client says to you, all right, Lisa, I got some goals. Okay. So what is your goal? I want to write a book in next year. Okay. That's it.
Yep. And that's usually what we do. We say, I want to write a book. And then we expect one day a book to fall out of our behinds.
So, but knowing this, we should say, great, when would you like to have the book
That's
written
exactly
by?
right.
Or in your hand by?
Mhm.
You know, it was significant. There were some things that were significant in writing the first book this year, excuse me.
Mhm.
The first significant thing, and it might surprise you, was when we made the cover.
Mhm.
The book wasn't finished written yet, but once we got the cover, that was like a milestone for me. It made it more tangible. We agreed on. We posted on Facebook. Which cover do you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
That's significant.
Well,
I think
I do that. I do something visual, regardless if it's a book, if it's whatever it is. I do something visual, even if it's not the final copy, because it makes it real for people. It makes it real for people. Crystal said visual first. Absolutely, I think it.
Brother Duran, the actor, the thespian. Really love you guys' spirit. Always on high. Thank you, brother. Bill Brown joined over this page. Good.
Awesome.
So I think that was significant to me, writing it out and seeing that picture of the cover.
I think the picture makes a big difference to a lot of people, because remember what happened when we sat down with LaWayne. Yeah. We sat down with LaWayne, and he was sharing what he was talking about and his potential thought and his potential idea. And God gave me the vision of what he was saying, and I was able to create a rough draft in my mind of what it was that he wanted. And being able to show that to him sparked him.
Mm-hmm.
And so often, sometimes people don't think it's real. They think it's a too far off until they see something, that sonogram, if you will.
Yeah, the baby sonogram. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's in my body. Okay. I know I'm going to write 2 books in 2017.
Yes, you are going to write the 4-minute presentation.
The power of the 4-minute presentation.
Mm-hmm. And then?
I'm going to write something about men's groups. Something about how to start and run successful men's groups. Or I'll do the birth of my men's group. It's been going for 3 years. And what does it mean? Why should we keep them going?
Mm-hmm.
But I intend to do that in the second half of the year.
Yeah.
So that's my whole goal right there, right?
No, that's not true. Really?
That's enough for a goal, right?
And incidentally, whenever
he
has
put that
goal,
in here?
You will put that in there. But incidentally, whenever he has a goal, guess who else has a goal?
That's true. I do pressure my wife. When I do have a goal that I need her help in, I do kind of Rhino Man it. Guilty. So, the most important thing about goals, we only have a few minutes, lady. First off, is not having a goal.
You get what you want.
Okay, so if you don't set a goal, what do you get?
You get whatever life gives you.
And most of the time, is life gonna give you good?
Not necessarily.
You only can get the good on purpose, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
live on purpose with purpose.
So if you don't set goals,
Kyra has amazing goals that she shared last night. Did she? Oh my goodness, I am so blessed. Kyra has amazing goals. Incidentally, Kyra, please tell Kiki that I already reached out to Simone on her behalf, and I'll be making that connection. And Simone, huh? Kiki, I know, right? Kyra, Kiki, and Simone. Kiki is Kyra's daughter, and she is a fantastic young woman with amazing aspirations. Yes, she was there. She's always so quiet and little in the corner that you almost don't know she's there, but that little girl has the power of Elihu. Elihu in the Bible, Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. And Elihu was the young man that was with them, that was sitting off to the side, that wasn't saying much of anything. But when he spoke, boy, he spoke with power. And
Antoinette, we miss you.
She speaks with power. And Kyra, your anointing that is on you for the businesses you want to start for 2017 is here to receive. You said it last night. Now it's time to manifest it. And if I'm
excited for you, Kyra.
If I can help with that, you just reach out.
I'm excited for Kyra and her goals.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the other thing too. When you state a goal, even casually to people, they hear it.
Yes.
And then they associate you with that goal.
That's right.
I was this is back in the 90s. Early 90s. I was in a car with another salesperson. And there was a Mitsubishi Diamante had just come out.
Diamante.
And I said, man, I like those cars. I think I'm going to get me one. I said that. And then for the rest of the time that guy knew me, you're the Diamante man, right?
You're the Diamante man, baby.
Goals. There are a lot of things about goals. I do believe there's tremendous value in writing your goals and seeing your goals. Mm-hmm. And I want you all to do that. Okay, we spent a lot of time talking around today. Did we get deep enough?
I think that we brought out some good stuff. My husband loves to be so methodical, and it's good. It rubs off on me, and that's sort of helped me.
I see some of it in your book.
Oh, absolutely.
I do.
And I even give credit to you in my book. I have quotes with reference to your book. That is also amazing because the shortcut has some great campaigns that can be executed with your manifestation planner. So they kind of work in tandem. I got you.
I know you got me, baby. I know you got me.
I got you.
All right. So we only got a few days left in the rest of the year. So oh man, we don't have time to go into it. Because Christmas is going to be here this weekend, so everybody should just chill for the last week of the year, right? Not do much. Just get geared up, ready for next year, right?
You know, I don't believe in that. You know, I don't agree with that at all. I think that the planning is where you manifest your vision. So it's time to take advantage of the momentum, take advantage of the fact that many other people are in downtime. Take advantage of that and really write the vision, make it plain.
What today did for me is realize that we owe ourselves some celebrations.
Yeah, we do.
We owe it.
Well, that's actually what we plan to manifestation calendar. Yes, Crystal, that's what it is. Manifestation 2017.
Crystal is cool.
Absolutely. And I typically allow a quarter towards each goal, depending on the size of it. Some take a whole trimester. A whole 3 trimesters for manifesting. So depending on what your goal is, being able to write it down, then examine it, understand what it's going to take to get to it, and then make it happen.
It's
and then, of course,
9:30.
surrender it all to God. Give it all to God and ask Him for directions. Ask Him to order your steps.
You should have heard our prayer this morning, y'all.
Proverbs 3, 4, 5, and 6 is important to your manifestation.
We love our people. We love everyone that joins us. We thank you guys for joining us on these broadcasts. We really do. Every single one of you, honor us with your presence. We appreciate it.
And T and TK, you know how to reach me. So if you're having some problems figuring out the initial steps and it's something that you think I can help with, let me. If you don't think I can help, then let me connect you with somebody else. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. Close out, baby.
I'm Lisa Santiago McNeil.
I'm Brian Keith McNeil.
And this has been About Last Night on 895 The Mix, your station for personal conversation, business information, and spiritual inspiration. 895themix.com, available online, on YouTube, on the TuneIn app, and right here on Facebook Live.
Awesome.
You gotta say your part, dude.
And remember that our lives are not scrimmages or practice games. There's no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time the speedster takes its toll. And for us and you, every day really is the Super Bowl. You guys have a phenomenal day today.
And meanwhile, keep walking on water.